Welcome to I'm just saying, we're keeping it real. Entertainment, politics, yeah, we got the deal. Hot topics, life advice, we go deep and raw. Candid conversations, no filters, no flaw. Indie films, current events, always fresh and bold. Words of encouragement, here's the story we told. So sit back, relax, we're real, we're true. This is I'm just saying, we're bringing it to you, huh? Tune in, get ready, we're always on top. I'm just saying, let's go.
The views and opinions expressed on I'm just saying by the host or host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and the opinions on topics and segments by the host or host are those of their own.
Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to another episode of I'm just saying. We are powered by I Am Corte Entertainment. I'm your girl, Latoya B.
And Mia F, baby.
And it's me, Corte. Even though it say Jerrica, it's gonna be Corte because we have some guests tonight. So yeah.
Okay. Now, family, y'all already know the drill, okay? We got not one, but two, okay? Two special guests up in the building. Yes, we do. But before we get started, I encourage you to share this live. And while you're at it, don't forget to go over to YouTube and give us a follow and subscribe, all right? Now, y'all know we're going to jump into some good conversation. We're going to entertain you, and we're going to talk about a lot of good stuff. We're going to put our guests in the hot seat. But before we bring them on, I'm going to check in on my co-hosts just to see how they feeling, how they doing. So what's up, Corte, Mia? Y'all straight? Y'all good? How y'all feeling, Corte?
I'm doing amazing. And just to give a very, very, very quick announcement, because tonight is our first night on this run, but we are now live on 3 different locations. We are live on Facebook, and we are live on my YouTube, and we're also live on the I'm Just Saying YouTube. So we are live in 3 locations, y'all. We are expanding the wave.
Okay.
So if you're not on YouTube, if you got people out there who's tuning in with us and they don't have Facebook or whatever, tell them to hop over there to the I'm Just Saying YouTube, and they can tune in with us live right now. So yeah, and then we don't have to worry about the videos being deleted after 7 days because they're gonna always stay over there. So yeah, but other than that, I've been doing amazing. It's been a long week, a good weekend, but I've been doing good. How about y'all?
I'm so happy to be with you guys. Like, I've been kind of in a little rut, but what I can say is that you guys give me that energy. Like, I could be down in the dumps when I see my good people. I'm just saying, I perk right on up. So I am so happy to see you guys.
Okay. All right.
How you doing, Miss Toya?
I'm doing like I'm doing. I'm looking like I'm looking. No, I'm just feeling really good. You know what I'm saying? Been doing great. I've been diving into my script. You know what I'm saying? And admiring y'all because y'all booked and busy. But okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah. But listen, family, like I said, we got not one, but 2 guests that's up in the building. Okay, we got a double treat for y'all on tonight. And like we said, if you haven't already, share this live. Okay. Now, before we get started, I want y'all to go ahead and check out this clip.
Let me take this down. And here we go.
Hey y'all, hey, we are super excited to introduce our double featured guest. First up, Jerrica Roy. Jerrica has always had a passion for acting. After she graduated high school, she went on to study theater at Spelman College, then later returned to Dallas. In January of 2009, she received her associate's degree in applied arts at KD Studio. Since then, Jerrica has done several performances in independent films, TV shows, commercials, voiceovers, and stage performances. Some of her credits that she is known for are Love Thy Neighbor, A True Christmas, Poison Candy, and Love and Drugs 3. Jerrica has a deep love and passion for the entertainment industry. She desires to have a lifelong career in the industry as a talented actor, director, and writer. Family, please help us give a warm welcome to Jerrica Roy.
Hey.
Yes.
Baby.
Welcome, and welcome.
Thank you. First
How
of
are
all,
you feeling?
I'm feeling good. That was an introduction. If I ain't never seen one, I wasn't ready for that. Where y'all get that clip from? Y'all
I
got
mean,
Woo.
I'm just saying, okay? Our producer be producing, okay?
But it wouldn't have that production if she didn't have that resume.
That's
Okay.
Yes, I love that clip at the end. I was like, okay, Jerrica Roy. Okay, sis, we see you.
Oh, I love
Yes.
my slow motion photography, man. Shout out to Otis for grabbing that.
Yes, Otis is amazing. Sis, we want to welcome you to I'm just saying thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule to come and let us love on you. And we definitely want to jump into some good stuff. But before we do, I think you also have somebody with you, okay?
I
So
do.
before we move on, we're going to go ahead and jump into this next clip.
All right, family. Our next double featured guest is the one and only Michael Green, also known as Moonshine. Born and raised in Dallas, Texas, Michael discovered his passion for the arts in high school, landing the role of Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Play. His passion led him to OLC Productions, where he started modeling and trained at KD's studio. He went on to shine in national fitness magazines, SAG commercials, films, stage plays, and TV shows like Walker, Texas Ranger, Good Guys, and the motion picture Any Given Sunday. He had a powerful supporting role in a true story film called Carter High. He started his company called Mike GG Productions, where he's produced films like Blind Confession, Brothers 321, Lady Thug, and the hit drama Love Thy Neighbor, just to name a few. His projects have reached film festivals nationwide. He is currently working on multiple projects from movies, commercials, and music videos. He will continue to make strides towards perfecting his craft of making acting and fitness his life. Family, please help us give a warm welcome to Michael Green.
Yes, welcome, and welcome.
Whoa,
Mike G, how you feeling?
that was fire. That was fire. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm up here like I'm ready to go into a boxing match. That was nice. For real though, family. That was fire. For real.
All right, like
Welcome.
Mia said, that's that resume-ing, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So we are super excited, Mike, to have you join us on tonight, as well as Jerrica. And before we get started, before we put you guys in the hot seat, we're going to jump into our first segment on tonight. And it's going to be called what we call, We Indie Streets by my girl, Mia.
We talking real, no sugar, no sweet, no sweet. True from the bottom, straight from the street. Hot takes hit, while the headlines heat. We indie streets, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Ha.
Did she come in strong?
So this in these streets is a question that actually didn't even come from us. It came from my good sis Faye, and she posed this question, and I felt like it'd be perfect for tonight because with you guys being so versed with your talent in front of the camera, behind the camera, I want to know your thoughts on this, and I want to know y'all thoughts too, family. All right, so she said, okay, directors, when filming a scene and you have a horrible actor you see, do you fix it or just go with it? Whose fault is it if the acting is bad in a movie?
Mm.
Ooh,
I
okay.
mean, me and Mike can answer that very truthfully.
Well,
That's
I
all.
was first. Okay, so let's go to the actress first, Miss Jerrica. So you acting and either you feel like you ain't doing it or your scene partner not doing it. Like whose fault is it your fault or is the director saying, hey, because obviously that got casted. Or is it
Well, I think that anytime that there is a failure on a film or on set, it's a collective issue. For some reason, yes, it does fall on that actor because you weren't prepared. You didn't do your due diligence. You didn't do your studying. You didn't do your breakdown. There's something that you didn't do in your process. Now, the director, maybe this is the director's first time seeing them. Maybe they're having a communication issue. Maybe there's something that's just not gelling. So there is also that possibility. I don't think it's really the director's fault that the actor's no good. Maybe the actor gave a great audition and then everything fell apart when they came to set because that kind of stuff happens too. I feel like in the process, if it's too late in the process and you got to just keep them, then you just got to work with them and try to pull out whatever it is that you can pull out of them because sometimes you get too far too deep in the process to recast. If you didn't wasted enough of your time and it's in the early in the process, only give them the boost. Let them learn a lesson. And I know that sound mean, but sometimes you just gotta learn.
okay? Kick him to the curb. All right, Mr. Green, from being in
Hmm.
front and behind the camera, what's going on? What you think?
Okay, so if the actor is not giving you what you want, you only really have a few ways you can go. You can either one, if well, it depends. If let's say the actor has a scene partner, a lot of times if the other partner is stronger than that one, I would like a time I would say cut. I say I'll bring the stronger actor to the side, and then I'll bring the other one. I'll talk to him, and then I'll tell this other one. I say bring it, go over the top, make them keep saying it until they bring it. It's like sometimes you have to. A scene partner can bring that other actor up, depending on how strong they are. But if the actor still is not getting it, depending on if you haven't shot with them before and you had somebody like if you okay, we're gonna cast you for this role, but then it's just not working, and then we had someone we wanted second, but we went with you, we're gonna call them up and say, hey, hey, are you available? And it happens. I mean, it's the business. It happens, but depending on how diverse the person is, it just depends on that part of it. I've recast me and my business partner. We've recast multiple times. It happens. It's just part of it. And if they're not giving you what you need, I will always try to ask them, and we'll keep doing takes and takes and takes. Sometimes you just got to work with them because sometimes their mind is Hollywood, but their body is not.
Mm.
Come
Oh,
on, bars.
oh,
Come on,
oh,
bars.
Mm.
oh, oh,
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
oh. All right.
Said what I said.
Damn, it went censored like a mother.
Okay. Toya, I know we've had this conversation behind closed doors. So what are your thoughts?
So here's the thing. Anytime there's a blame to be given, it might be for one person, one area, but it affects the whole production, right?
Thanks.
And so it's hard to kind of place blame in one area because let's just say for kicks and grins, I'm the actor and I'm struggling and I'm not giving what needs to be given. And the director is trying to pull it out of me, just like Mike said, he got help there and he's trying to pull it out of me, and I'm just still not able to deliver. Ultimately, that affects the project as a whole, right? So I think it's important that you people keep in mind it's a team thing. If you not prepared, you ain't studied, you don't know your lines, you come to set not ready to go. Like I always say, crew been there before you even get there. It is so important to be prepared and know what you're doing because ultimately you affect the whole production. You know what I'm saying? And when people look at that project, they look at that movie, they're not going to say, oh, they're not just going to say, oh, Toya didn't do well. They're going to say Mike G's production was horrible.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's important that it starts all the way back in the casting, whenever you trust who you're casting and all of that. And then when you receive that role, you got to take that serious so you can show up, because there is, like Mike said, there's a list of people who's ready to take your spot if you don't produce and come through. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like naturally you can place the blame on one person, but ultimately it affects the whole production as a whole, everybody who's connected to it. So be prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, I think y'all took all the words out of my mouth. Y'all did. But I would say this right here. I did have to replace somebody while in the middle of filming on one of my projects. And what I did, and the thing about it is, there was a day we had extras on set. So I had to pull an extra that fit that role. I said, hey, here's the script. I need you to go learn these scenes right here. We'll come back. We'll shoot the other scenes. We'll come back and shoot you in this. I sent the actor that I fired home because he just wasn't bringing it. No matter how much coaching I had did beforehand, no matter how much direction that we had gave, on set, it just wasn't working. And to me, it's almost like lazy actors who don't care. They say they want to work, but don't want to work. So somebody just had to be the example. So he ended up, he had to leave. Then when we came back, we brought the person in, demolished that role. But I would say this right here. A director would do a whole lot before we get on set. That's where character development comes from. A director would do a whole lot when we on set. But being on set is not the time to be your acting coach.
For real.
Agreed.
So if you're not doing the work that you're supposed to do as an actor and you want to be an actor, then I'm sorry. Don't show up to another audition because you automatically didn't get the role. The once I saw your name submitted, you're not getting the role. Thank you for showing up. We love to see your face. We just love to see your face to come in here and just do a cold read because you're going to get the cold shoulder. It's just how that is. But on the flip side of that, yes, at the end of the day, like Toya said, they're going to say, oh, Corte did a bad film. Oh, Mike did a bad film. Well, that's us as producer, director, writers. That's what we get. But that's why I feel like the director need to just go ahead and nip that in the bud. Yes, it's going to cost money to start over, recast or whatever. But what do you want? Do you want a good film? Do you want a bad film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just come down to that. So yeah, that's just my take on that. I could go longer and longer and longer, but we don't have enough time on www.youtube.com or facebook.com to talk about it. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm new in the game, so I would say that it definitely has a lot to do with whoever did the casting, because that's one reason I do think cold reads are cool, because when you do a self-tape, you get it perfect, So I definitely feel like you have to have that character development. Like that's very important. And if this is something you want to do, maybe not just jump out and be like, I'm ready to be the lead. Maybe let me get 3 lines. And let's work your way up. Let's
be an extra. Be an extra.
Be an extra.
For real.
I am
Yes.
the most extra there is.
Oh no, I got more fundamentals for you. Go read some classic plays. Go get in your literature.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But don't
Practice
just
in front of the mirror. Practicing. I didn't mean to cut y'all. Practice in front of the mirror. I mean, it's when you people come in for auditions, like Corte was saying, it's different. Like we've been blessed for our castings. We usually get between 300 to 500 people show up for our castings.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's always quite a few people, but it's so much talent. Like, but it's different when they come in. They're nervous when they audition, but then they book the role, but then they get on set. They wait till a day or two before they get the set to learn their lines.
Yeah.
Like
You can't do that.
And then they learn the
cannot do
words,
that.
but they don't learn the emotion.
They don't understand the intent. It's not necessarily that they don't understand the intent. They don't understand the scene. They don't understand what happened before, and they don't even know where they going. They just know they just got to say some stuff.
Maybe people love to come on set doing table reads.
But you know what I would say? I know that we all have definitely watched a movie that wasn't great, and it stemmed from a scene or a character. And have y'all ever watched a movie and you're like, ooh, they didn't do so well? In that moment, I blame the director, because the director is seeing this played out. Now, just like I said a few minutes ago, it naturally affects everybody. But even with the director, if you're not getting what you need to get out of a certain character, do you in that moment shut down production and go call line number 2 or who's in line, for the third? Or do you just try to do the best you can and keep it moving?
Depends.
What do you do?
If they haven't shot any scenes, that's an easy fix.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
Well, okay, I get you saying that as well. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but what if now it's one thing if you have 2 or 3 scenes, but if you're a lead, it's hard to bring a whole nother lead in and want them to learn the entire movie.
No, it ain't.
No, I guess.
No, it
well,
ain't.
maybe it's hard for me because I be having 3 lines and I be about to throw up. So
we just did that on another project where we brought in another lead. So
Yeah, it's not hard. Let me tell you. Originally for this movie, The Sharing Circle, when I originally wrote it, I had Lee Quashay in mind for the lead role. I had her in mind for the lead role when I originally wrote this. And then I said, okay, Jerrica always comes in and kills it. Man, I've worked with Jerrica for so many years. I already know her character development, when she's going to dial into the character. And Lee Quashay, I'm a fan of hers also. Lee Quashay goes hard too. And when she couldn't do it, I called Ben Ward, which is my business partner. I said, B Ward, man, I say, we got to find a lead who go bring it, bro. And next thing you know, I say, what about J. Roy? He say, call her up. I call her. We talked the business part of it. Everything was good.
See, here's the thing. This is what I would tell to anybody who come into this business. I don't care how long you've been acting a fool in your lifetime, you're not ready for a lead role. Come out here and be an extra. Just like Avi said earlier, I'm gonna pull her message back up. Avi said, see what the set life is like. As an extra, that would give you so much insight of what really goes down on these sets. Are you prepared to learn 1,000 lines and learn all this blocking and be on set all day and all that? Are you mentally prepared for that? Be an extra so you can get first-hand knowledge on what goes down. Because people watch TV all day and say, oh yeah, I could do that.
I say this on my set. I say this on my sets all the time. Everybody wants to film until it's time to film.
That's it.
Every time.
That's it.
Gotta throw
Every
up.
time.
That's it.
Not throw up.
That's it.
Yes. Now, family, listen, we are just getting started, okay? And I promise you, we have a way more of, I'm just saying, we're going to put these two in the hot seat and get some of those pressing questions answered. But what we're going to do right now, we're going to jump into a really quick commercial, and don't go too far, okay? Share this live, stay right there. And when we come back, we're going to put Jerrica and my boy Mike in the hot seat for some more of, I'm just saying. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
For 2 years, they gave you the real in your ears. But now, it's time to bring that energy to the stage. Raw, unfiltered and in your face. Join me at F. Latoya B and I am Cortez. That's the Hidden Palmcast, I'm just saying goes live in front of a studio audience. Hosted by Corey SB and C. Renee. With special performances by Prudence, the Alls and AV and Corey Cherry. Laugh, vibe, feel something. This ain't just a podcast. This is a movement. I'm just saying podcast.
Welcome back and welcome back. I want to give a really quick shout out to our producer, I Am Cortez Entertainment, for that amazing trailer. Now, at this time, we're going to go ahead and jump into what we call hot seat.
Shit.
Yo, time to bring the heat. Welcome to the hot seat. Questions burning, no retreat.
All right.
It went too fast. It went too fast.
But you know, hey, that's what we do. We just roll with the punches. That's what we do. All right, family. Now, we are about to put Mike and Jerrica in the hot seat. If y'all have any pressing questions for this duo, go ahead and drop it in the chat. And if we have time, we'll get to your question. But at this time, I'm going to turn it over to my girl, Mia.
So, all right. First of all, the first question is for you, Mr. Michael. Now, you're behind the camera and in front of the camera. Which one do you like best and why?
I would say I definitely like I like them both, like kind of equally, but directing's a little different because you tap into a lot of different areas. In the indie world with us, how we do it, a lot of the directors carry a lot of hats. So I actually enjoy like location scouting, directing, doing gaffer stuff, grip stuff. It's just, I like it all, but behind the camera, I really like directing. I really do.
Okay.
Oh, and to double back on that question, you've been in front and behind the camera on some projects. How is that? How do you switch your brain from actor to director? And I need to direct myself. How do you switch that?
To have a good business partner who knows the behind the camera part. Benjamin Ward. When I have to do let's say I have a real energy character scene, being a takeover on the camera, I'm doing my thing, and then when it's time for me and I'm done acting for that day, I kind of like switch out of that and jump into the director mode to try to get it. So when you did it so much, it's I won't say it's easy, but your body and your brain adapts to it. So it's not as hard for me because Ben knows his stuff. So it's easier for me to be like, okay, I'm wrapped for the day. All right, y'all. Look, we need to put the 85 millimeter lens on. We're gonna do a close up this far on this side, So it switches real quick for me. So
Okay.
Good answer. Okay. Good answer.
Baby, that's Spike Mike. Y'all better recognize.
I love it. I love it.
Spike Perry. All right. So for you, Jerrica, okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit on you, okay? So
All
you've been in productions like Love Thy Neighbor, True Christmas, Poison Candy, and Love and Drugs 3. Out of those projects, what projects challenge you the most as an actress and why?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say they all came with their different challenges, for different reasons.
Okay.
But I would like to say that Love Thy Neighbor actually challenged me the most because there was a lot of firsts that happened on that project. A lot of firsts. We had a lot of firsts. It's like the first simulated nudity scene, the first like same-sex kissing on everything. Like what? It was my first lead in a feature film. I had done lead before, but it was on stage. And so trying to transferring from lead on stage to lead on film, there was a lot of firsts. Now, Poison Candy also brought another challenge because that was my first role of getting back into the business after I had took a hiatus, after I had a baby, after I moved back, after I lost my father. That was a challenge in itself too. So the challenge of getting back on the ball and then the challenge of having all of those first.
Okay. How was I'm gonna ask the question. So
I'm away.
how was your first time doing a same sex kiss?
You know what? It was all right. I mean, it didn't really bother me. One of my things is whenever it comes to like intimate scenes with people, everybody has a redeemable quality that they like. That's good about them. Everybody has a feature that they like. So I just focus on that one feature I really really like, and she had really pretty hair. So I just thought about how really pretty her hair was. That's what I do.
Okay. All right. Over to you, T.
I just saw Jerrica demonstrating. Come here with your hand.
Yeah, you got such pretty hair. I was like, I'm a focus on loving on this hair just for this little bit. But at the end of the day, it's just acting. I'm just having fun, and it's just a kiss.
That part. Okay. All right. So back to my boy Mike. Mike, so listen, I've had the pleasure to be up in the building when you host auditions, okay? And for those of y'all who don't know, when this man has an audition, I'm talking about people come out by the hundreds. No exaggeration, okay? I was at one of your auditions, tons of people were there, over 300 people for sure. I want to know, what is it something that you do that's different, if anything, that causes you to have that strong support system?
And honestly, I just put the casting call out. I always make sure that when I do write characters, so when I put the character description on the post, that a lot of people can adapt to it. Don't put too much, not too less. But then, that's a good question. Latoya, I don't really know I don't know what else extra I do. I mean, Ben told me that, so a lot of people that want to work with me, and I'm like, but those people don't interact with me on a daily basis on social media. They don't say nothing. But as soon as we do an audition, everybody shows up. So, I mean, I don't do nothing special. I post, and but y'all know me. I'll post a whole lot. So
Post a lot.
yeah, I post a lot, but I don't really think Tonya is anything special. I just post it and share it, and we just and I pray.
Whatever prayer you doing, it bringing it to you by the dust.
Listen, I'm just saying, because this man right here, y'all, they come out, they support, they want to be a part of. And as I stated, I'm coming to the audition and the line is long and people stay. They don't just leave either. They stay. So whatever you're doing, the prayers, the posting, the descriptions, keep doing it, bro, because people want to be a part of what you got going on. So shout out to you.
Mike has
Mhm.
laid some serious bricks in this industry though, like for real, for real. So whenever you've been around, as long as he's been around and have built the connections it is that he's built and built the rapport, and most importantly, maintaining those positive connections, that stuff it ripples out. So you might not have to know nobody, but somebody that knows somebody that knew you that had a great experience working with you is
Mhm.
what brings people in.
Yeah.
Baby
Okay.
her.
And y'all are skipping over the part where you got to have a quality film. People
You
are
do.
not going to be coming out in droves for trash water.
Trash water.
Nah, trash water.
I never
What?
heard that one before.
Well, I'm saying if they respect your movie and they see some of your projects and they're like, oh, I like this, then now there are some people that are just gonna go to audition, but some people are selective about what they audition for. Me and
Mhm.
Cortez just had this conversation because I talked about audition and he was like, no, and I was like, okay, never mind then. I guess I want to audition. But and I'm new to the scene, so I'm thinking I need to audition for everything. But when people respect your product, they want to be a part of that product.
Okay. Well, I mean, I appreciate that. Like I've worked with Corte. It was years ago. Me and Corte worked together, and then I worked. Latoya, man, Latoya came in, man, and ripped it. She ripped it.
I mean,
Did.
So
Toya
yeah,
for you.
yeah. So you
Did.
came in. You definitely did your thing on set. We had a great time with you. J. Roy has played my sister, my wife, and now in
Now we fighting.
Okay, okay, the sharing circle.
I,
Okay.
I got you, Mike. I got you, Mike. You know,
Look,
okay,
we've been somewhere
boom.
everywhere
There you
together,
go.
okay?
You see me, y'all see me putting that plug in real quick like that. You see, that's promoting right there.
Yes.
Sold out show for this Sunday, sold out.
Oh, okay. Back to my point. People
Yes,
show up for you. That's a blessing. I love it. I love it. All right, we're gonna keep this train moving. So back to you, Mia.
So I've been following you, Miss Jerrica, and I see that you're passionate about being a food allergy mom.
I am.
And you listed the food allergies. You listed them so fast I couldn't catch them. So of course, if you could list them again. But how is that? How did you find out that your son has food allergies? And how do you adapt? Like, because I know he wants to go out to eat, and y'all want to do things with everybody else. So how do you adapt with that?
Man, when I tell you that was actually a journey, figuring that out, I figured it out whenever I was breastfeeding him. And it was little things that I paid attention to. Like he would get itchy if I like ate me an egg sandwich or something like that. Or the time that I was working this one job and they had free peanut M&Ms. I love a free peanut M&M. So I was just eating them. And then I went home and I went to nurse him and he was just rashy. And so I started, collecting the data like, okay, I think he's allergic to this. So I think I'm going to take that out. Okay. And then I'm going to stop. And eventually, with the process of elimination that I went through, it was too much. So I said, okay, maybe we need to go see an allergist. We saw an allergist. They didn't tested him on all this food. He's allergic to dairy, eggs, soy, peanuts, tree nuts, and gluten. 6 of the top 8 allergens. So what I had to do after I figured it out, well, I was still nursing him at the time. So I started taking apart things that I knew. And literally for about 6 months to a year, I ate nothing but rice, potatoes, black coffee, meat, fruit, and vegetables because those are things that I knew that didn't have any allergens in them. So I ended up going to a nutritionist. And that's how I lost all that weight. I was nursing and not eating nothing. I was in a severe calorie deficit. So if anybody wants to know, that's what happened. And I went to a nutritionist. The nutritionist had taught me how to read food labels. They taught me like the things it is to avoid. I did a lot of research on some of the hidden words that they use. And in terms of going out to eat, I always talk to the manager first. I always look at the menu first. Um, I have taken time to find swaps. There are some things that like he does, or like in terms of doing gluten free, I'll just go gluten free just for simplicity. So I really did a lot of research. And one of my goals was, whenever I was going through that severe diet, was I had to figure out what I could eat and what I could not eat so that I could feed him and make it taste good for him too. Because if you don't want to eat it, you ain't gonna eat it. So that's what we do.
Okay, seasonings. Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, my motto is mamas make it happen. So,
Yes.
I mean, my people, we from the South, and one thing we gonna do is we gonna figure out how to feed that baby.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
So
Yes.
kudos to you, because that I listened to that and I was just like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to take all of that out of your diet. I didn't even think about breastfeeding. How you had to take all that out your diet just to feed your child. So kudos to you, and yeah, figure it out.
You got to figure it out. I mean, that was, and you have to be creative. So, that's really how I get through it. I make a lot of meals at home. I make things in multiple, so I ain't got to cook every day. I ain't got time for that. Uh, I make it happen. As a matter of fact, I just made him some sweet potatoes and some turkey wings and threw a can of green beans in there for dinner. So
There you go.
Simple.
Mr.
Okay.
Corte.
All right. All right. So over to you, Mike. So Lady Thug and A Very Dysfunctional Christmas are very different in tone. Do you intentionally choose diverse projects to show your range as a filmmaker?
You are 100% correct. I, you know, when I write, I hold us in such a big regard, that us as in the film community, doesn't matter black or white, but since we're all sisters and brothers on here, I'm gonna say the sisters and brothers. It's just that when you do an indie film, everything doesn't have to be drugs. We're way more bigger than just drugs and guns. You know, my films, but Lady Thug, man, everybody in that cast, they killed that. You know, it was that's how it was set up or whatever. But A Very Dysfunctional Christmas is so different. I mean, for one, Corte, I wanted to write a Christmas film. I don't have a holiday film, so I wrote it, and that was good. And I wanted to make sure it wasn't any drugs or guns in it. You know, we're way bigger than that. We got too much talent to only be drugs and guns. Now, I'm not knocking that, because I have films that does have those contents in it, but sometimes you got to flip the script. Sometimes.
You're right. You're right. I mean, because the thing about it is, when you are expanding, when you want to expand your catalog so people can take you more serious, so you continue having the 300, 400, 500 people coming out. If you continue doing just one thing and staying in that lane, in that pocket, people are going, you're going to see that number start coming down, because just like you said, as a director and writer and producer, you're going to get tired of writing that. These actors are going to get tired of wanting to cuss real hard. Like Toya say, we already know how to cuss hard. Let's find something else to do, because right now half y'all don't even know how to hold a gun, but y'all want to be in a movie to hold a gun. But that's a different story.
You know what? I'm so glad you said that. I'm glad you said it.
Hold on, not too much, okay? Because shout out to my boy Mike. Mike cast me as a clutch last minute in Lady Thug. Shout out to you, Mike. And I am afraid of guns in real life. And Mike was like, Toya, grab the gun, point it, and then deliver your lines. Because I was so scared. I was like, I was all over the place. So not too much, Corte, okay? Not too much.
I'm going to talk about you.
But you know what, though? When it came time for action, that gun was where it was supposed to be.
It was. It was.
He was like, it's not real. It's not real to you. I'm like, it looked real. You know, okay. So Jerrica, back over to you, sis. So have you ever had a role? And actually, because Mike, you've been in front of the camera as well, I'm gonna ask Jerrica, and I want you to hit on this as well. Okay.
Cool.
So have y'all ever had a role that was so powerful or heavy or whatever word you want to use right there that after filming was over, you still sat in it?
I wouldn't say that it was a whole film or a whole project, but I've done scenes in certain projects that have brought up certain events where I've kind of had to sit down and I've had to think about it. And it's whether it's things that I've actually experienced myself or things that I've seen other people experience, you know. Sometimes you kind of do need to take a pause. I do my best to try not to hold on to it. And I know it is easier said than done because I find like when I was talking to one of my mentors, Dennis L.A. White, he was talking about how he doesn't really think that it's good for actors' mental health to always rely on emotional recall. Because sometimes, whenever you do get in that emotional recall, you will get stuck there. And it's difficult to come back. But if you're able to do that without fully immersing yourself in the emotion, you can call your grandma and be like, Grandma, you good? Okay. Or he said use substitutions versus using full emotional recall. Because if you use substitutions, you can break that up. But if you try full emotional recall, then it makes it difficult for you to distance yourself from it. So, I mean, I've had moments where I've had to sit down, go outside, have me a little drink, take a couple of minutes by myself, have me some water or something, and get back in it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What about you, Mike?
Actually, yes. There's a few films a while back that I did that I had to go somewhere mentally. Well, but I will say recently we were shooting a scene in a very dysfunctional Christmas. And it's a scene where dad, which I play dad, and all I'm doing is looking at a picture, sitting down, looking at a picture. Samaria Duke, who plays one of my daughters, walks in. She feeds off of me now, and then from that, Avi Warren, who plays one of my daughters, walks in and sits down next to me, and both of them are on my shoulder. And all we doing is no dialogue. All we do is looking at this picture, and we are bawling. I started to bawling because I think about my mom. My mom passed away to COVID, and yeah, that was we was filming that day that my mom passed away. So it was, and then I had to go the next day and film my monologue on stage. So anyway, I think about my mom when something like that happens, when it's a deep in the character and the tears just flow. And then my dad just died like 5 weeks ago. So it's just, I had a lot of emotion. So stuff like that I tap into for that moment. And when it happened, I had to walk out the room and go into another room just to, and then I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really do be like that sometimes. It really do.
Does.
It does. Even hell, I've even had moments during self-tapes where I had to sit down afterwards. I mean, it could happen in auditions. It didn't happen in self-tapes.
I did see Marlon Wayans was doing an interview, and he was like, he used to have to take moments, give me 15 minutes, whatever, to cry. But he, during that interview, instantly, he said, all I got to do is think about my mama. And instantly tears, like, and he was just like, see? Yep. And he was like, I no longer have to have that. So I guess you do have to reset your mind because, it
gets real.
And sometimes it does take longer to get up out of that.
Sometimes I will intentionally not go there or go only so far because I know that it's going to take me a while to get out, depending on the situation. So sometimes I don't have time to stay there. I'm only going to hit the doorstep and then I'm going to go. Because when you have things and you get stuck there, it's, you just can't. Sometimes you got to stop it at some point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
You have to.
Okay. And Corte, go ahead and put that comment back up there for me. Our family Sharon is in the comments. She says her scene in dysfunctional Christmas was a bit hard to bounce back from that day. That is an upcoming project by the one and only Mike Green that we're going to shout out when we come back, because we're going to jump into a really quick commercial. Grab your tissue, grab a drink, come back, okay? And we're going to keep these two right here in the hot seat for some more of, I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
Stay tuned.
Yay.
I like to see you try it. You don't have that much power, baby.
Carissa, you better watch how you talk to me. Bryce, remember what we talked about. No slip-ups.
Yes, sir. I'm not afraid to get my hair started. If I gotta go back and be the man I used to be, for you, I would do that shit. You know I don't make no empty threats, Joe.
Let's make this a long and lasting partnership, shall we?
I'm looking forward to it. Oh, okay, so it's a problem if I cheat. But when you do it, it's okay? You should have just left me alone and let me be.
You need to shut your mouth.
No! I'm done shutting up.
What goes through a man's head to make him cheat on a good woman?
You want to talk about her? After all the bullshit Clarice been through and you knew about it.
Correct.
This ain't no mistake. This is betrayal.
I mean, it sounds like everybody's got drama.
It's no fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh?
She never showed up.
There's just one small addition to the plan, but I'll let you know once the time is right.
I'm gonna pull my gun out. I'm damn sure gonna use it.
After the life I let you live, I think it's only right that you start paying me back some interest.
So do you?
Everything's going according to plan, is it not? This is Noah.
Welcome back and welcome back. I want to give a really quick shout out to Botley Entertainment for that amazing trailer, A Secret Lie in Love. That premiere is coming soon, and you can check out our page to see how you can get your tickets and be in the building. Now, at this time, we're going to go ahead and go a little bit deeper with our guest on tonight. We have them up in the building for the Sharing Circle, okay? The Sharing Circle is coming out, or the premiere is this weekend. If you didn't get your tickets, it's sold out. Yeah, it's sold out. I told you this man has the support like no other, all right? So you'll just have to watch the comments and see how that premiere turned out, unless Mike gonna open up some more seats, but it's sold out, y'all. So at this time, we're gonna go ahead and continue. I'm gonna pass it back over to you, Mia.
Okay, so really quick, because I do want to get into the Sharing Circle, but Miss Jerrica.
Okay.
I saw that you are an astrologer, and I definitely want to know about that. And also, I don't know your faith. I don't know if you're spiritual or Christian or what, but how does that coincide with, first, it's a two-part question. First, what is an astrologer? And secondly, how does that coincide with your faith and or beliefs?
Okay, an astrologer is basically a individual who takes the exact positions of the planets, the stars, and the constellations at the time and the location of your birth. Now, they can do it for different places, but basically it's just the study of the planets and the stars and how they have effects, or planet stars and constellations, and how they could potentially affect your personality. It's more along the lines of what they like to call a pseudoscience, but it is based on true science because it's actually based on astronomy. Um, in terms of my faith, I mean, I'm a believer of God. I don't know if they, I don't know, we can say Christian. I believe in God. I believe in God. I know God is real. It doesn't present itself as a conflict to me. And the only reason why is because God created the stars in the sky. And he gave us the tools to try to navigate our way through it. So I don't necessarily think of astrology as a way of life. It's a tool. It's a very effective tool too. And if more people focused more on the study of it versus the taboos or the stuff that they read in the back of the magazine, which ain't even all astrology, then they'll come to find out that, yeah, it is pretty scientific. And no, it's not too much on the other stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because I saw it and I was like, that's so dope. And I know a few people that have gotten readings, but every person that I know that's gotten readings are not Christians. So that's the reason I did want to present that. They're like, oh, I'm spiritual, or I just believe in higher, but they're like, not God or Jesus, things like that. I do consider myself a Christian, but that's one reason I did want to ask you that, because it does have that taboo. Like, you read today is such and such, you're gonna have a bad day, your lucky numbers are 732. So I wanted people to know that, or I wanted you to explain, it's not that I'm a psychic, I'm reading whatever. I definitely just want to know.
No, it's not a psychic. I'm reading in things into the future because every single planet, star, and constellation has various different meanings. And astrology is one of those things that once you study, you're going to study it for the rest of your life because there's always something that's coming up. So, and really, God gave us the planet and the stars in the sky in a good sense to be able to decipher right from wrong and what is and what ain't. So, I never really thought of it as something that's evil.
Got it. All right. So, for both of you, but we're gonna start with Mike. So y'all have this new movie dropping. Well, not dropping, but will be shared to a sold out audience this weekend called The Sharing Circle. We don't have a trailer right now, but if you can, Mike, can you give us a little snippet of what the people are in for this weekend?
You're definitely in for some oohs and some ahs. You're definitely in for when I mean, a lot of times when I write, I like the curveballs. So when you think you know what's going on, you really don't know what's going on. So I do a lot of different ups and downs on these. We had the cast was so amazing. Everybody did their thing. But it's one of those things where you have this psychologist named Simone Barker, which is played by Jay Roy, and she has these families who've been traumatized by an incident that happened in their life, and she is basically called in to be the savior of them because they're all on the brink of mental breakdown. And she comes in and she taps in and she becomes something different. And that's it. You next, J. Roy. I'm done.
No, he really covered it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you are definitely going to be in a shock because he gonna throw that curveball at you. And I know that there are some curveballs in this film that I don't even know. So I'm prepared to see what he gonna throw out there. But also you're gonna see something that's really different. You're gonna see a different type of story compared to what we have seen in terms of thriller or suspense films or anything from the Dallas, film industry independent wise. So it's going to be something that's a little different.
All right. I want to say one other thing real quick, just about for her just to tap when she just said the end about the man. I say this all the time. Dallas has so many talented people.
It do.
God, there's so much talent in Dallas. God, I wish the world would just home in on us with the satellite and just like, it'd be like, dang, you know, I'm sorry. I had to say that because she said the tail end of that. It's just so much talent here.
So much.
I don't know. It's so much talent in Dallas. God.
And it keeps coming up more every day. Like the stuff coming out the city is ridiculous in a good way.
It's just all the need is, like we said earlier, different projects. Like I said, people are getting tired of the same thing, so they're not interested no more because it's like, how many times can you shoot the gun? How many times can you have sex? How many times can you sell the drug? How many times can you do that? We have that on lock. We good. Let's expand and tell some different stories. So these people out here that we do see in these auditions can come and show what they can do. A lot of people have range, but a lot of these people like to box them in instead of using their strengths. So yeah, Toya.
All right. So I'm glad to hear a little synopsis of the Sharing Circle, because when you hear that title, I'm like, the Sharing Circle, like, what? It's good to know, like you just said, Mike G, is not what you think. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now
it's crazy you said that. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you good.
A very okay. So Chappelle, who just commented a moment ago, she killed her role. Like when they said Chappelle knocked it home run. But originally, like you said, you just said the Sharing Circle, like, oh, I don't know what that is. Originally, A Dysfunctional Christmas was called Jingle My Bells. But when you Googled it, porn pulled up. We had to change the name of that bad boy. And Chappelle helped me with that. I appreciate that. I'm just telling you, when we typed somebody told me that, and I typed it up, I was like, I'll be damned.
Let me guess, it came from 1975 too.
I don't know what year it was. I saw some legs in the air. That's all I saw. I mean,
listen.
Was it good? Was it good?
I only watched a few seconds of it.
I know.
What's up, Mia? What's that face for, Mia?
Listen,
you watched the whole thing.
Right. Listen.
From the rooter to the tutor.
Yeah. Tony said that's a good thing you changed the name, man. Listen, because I'm telling you, I was like Sharing Circle, like everybody sharing, like what we doing. But anyway.
Yes, all in that circle. Okay.
So y'all, for those of y'all who had the privilege to get tickets, y'all are in for a treat. Okay. Now, I'm gonna pose this to both of you guys. All right. Okay. Now in this movie, you guys are both lead and co-lead, right? Like co-star, right? Or y'all?
I always thought that you was just as much lead as I was.
No.
It's I'm gonna tell you, it's Jerrica Roy, Ashton Grooms, Jefferson Cole, Kenneth Sykes, Monique A. Wilson, and Sharon Wilson, and Walt Rutkowski. They are the main cast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, I know that you can answer this as well, Mike, because you've definitely been the lead before in other projects. Okay. So, Jerrica, I'm gonna start with you. What's one thing about? Let me just say this before I ask the question, because people tend to think when it comes to the film industry, all we do is memorize lines and get in front of a camera. Okay.
I wish.
That's what they really think. Because everybody be like, I want to do that. I always want to do that. But it's more than just memorizing the line. It's a backstory. It's creating a whole picture of it, getting into those emotions, having those verbs, and knowing, like you said, what's coming before and what's after when you leave the scene, come into the scene. It's a whole situation. Okay. But what's one thing about being a lead that nobody prepared you for?
Nobody prepared me for. I don't know, because I feel like whenever it comes to acting, it's kind of the same rules as being a lead. Be ready for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you know your stuff. Make sure you know the backstory. Create one if you ain't got one. And let me think. Besides be on time, what make sure that everybody knows the collective responsibility and what it is that you got to do for the story. I don't know. I think the only difference between having that responsibility of being a lead versus being a supporting actor is you the one that got to drive the boat. Everything is a catalyst off of you. So, however it is that you want everything to go, make sure that it matches with everybody that's around you. Because I think that's the hardest part is you're the person who starts, everything. Everything starts with you. Usually, whenever you're a supporting character, okay, it starts with them and you react. Nah, baby, you the driver of this boat. And you're in the person that is the one on the crawl sheet is either gonna make sure that the boat sails or it crashes. So I'd say probably that.
That's so good. That's good stuff, sis. Thank you for sharing that. That's really, really good. All right,
Okay.
Mike.
Whatever Jerrica just said.
Yeah.
No, I just when you I mean, so just point of being a lead in a film, there's so much that goes along with that because and I think we've all been on set, so we all kind of know this, but more towards the Corte part of this one is that when you're a lead in the movie, of course you like he just said you have a thousand words, 1,000 lines, or whatever, right? So when we say, okay, let's say we're shooting scenes 2 through 16 or 2 through 12 that day, the lead probably is in all those. So when we break for lunch or break for break, the lead don't have time to be like, hey, you know what's no, we gotta get on this script and like, and so you're constantly staying in. Like a lot of people are method actors. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like that, especially if you get into that character, but you gotta stay in the zone with it. Some people can still get out of it and get right. I'm pretty good at getting out of it, get back into it. I can play mean real easy. But sometimes I gotta draw back up to it because I just got through joking and we playing and stuff. And sometimes it takes you out. But when you're a lead, you gotta stay in it. So you can't go and chill like everybody else. I know you want to hang out and take a picture and all that shit, but no, you got to get in this book right now. So
that's right.
I'm so glad he brought up that you always have to stay present. You always have to be engaged.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would agree. Okay. All right, y'all. So we have a few more quick questions for y'all. Family, hang in there with us as we continue to put them in the hot seat. Mia, right back at you.
Oh, and this one is for both of you guys. What is your dream role? No. I take that back. What is one thing you refuse to play? I don't want to know your dream. Everybody got a dream. What is one thing that you refuse to play?
Well, for me personally, I won't do guy to guy. I won't do that no matter how much they offer. That's just my preference, Other than that, I'm pretty good with anything else. It's just that right there. I've actually, when I was with my first agent and I had got an audition. It was in Austin. They was filming in Austin. Audition, and then she said, you got a call back. Okay, I did the call back. I said, oh, cool. They said, you got a second call. I'm like, oh man, that's getting serious. But nobody really told me what the character, like I heard the character's name and he was a business owner and he had a hot smoking wife, he had kids. I'm like, okay, I'm with that. And then they dropped the boom. They say, well, there's a couple of scenes with you and Calvin, and I'm like, what? your agent tell you what? I said, no, agent ain't told. Oh, who's Calvin? I said, well, that would be the guy that I'm like, no, we can off this right now. I'm not doing it. They say, well, Mike, it's just acting. And I understand that some people can do that. And I tip my hat to if you can do that and still do your thing. That's just not a thing for me. I don't knock anybody else what you do. Hey, love who you love, be what you be. But me personally, as an actor, as a thespian, I will not do those type of scenes. And that's just me. I don't knock anybody. That's just me. And when she said that, I'm like, but then I got a call from my agent. She say, Michael, I said, what? She say, do you know how much they're paying? I say, I don't care how much they're paying. But then when she told me that number, I say, I said,
so really quick to back off there, are you saying not implied, or you just won't like physically touch, kiss, whatever, or you don't even want it implied?
I don't even want it implied.
Okay.
I don't even want it implied. Like I say, people who can do that, your craft is through the freaking roof. Do that shit. But Mike G, it's just not a thing for me.
And Miss Jerrica, who would you refuse to play?
Two things. Child molesters. Nope. And the second thing is anything that has me saying anything that is in direct relation to blasphemy and saying spells. I saw something a few years ago whenever they were doing American Horror Story, The Coven. And Gabourey Sidibe was talking about how they had them girls saying actual literal spells for that film. She said that she had scratches on her, all sorts of supernatural activity. So that is the one thing that I'm just like, yeah, no. If it sounds like it's a real spell, I ain't doing it.
Okay.
And I will look it up too to see if it's a real spell too.
And it's a spell in the sharing circle. Hold on. When I wrote it, I Googled it to make sure it wasn't nothing, because I ain't gonna conjure up nobody. So
and I'm glad he did that, because I straight asked him before I did anything. I said, hey man, what does mean? You know what this means?
I'm telling you,
I went back and I double checked it. You know what I'm saying? He said we ain't necromancing shit.
Nobody.
Okay?
Nothing.
All right. Well, family, we have so many more questions that we are not going to be able to get to, but I do have one more pressing question for my boy Mike. Okay, Mike. Now, I know that you are a father. So, as a father, how do you feel, or let me say it like this. How important is it as a father who's following his dreams to be that great example for your children?
Well, my kids are like all grown now, but when they were younger, they were really excited that I was doing films and I was on stage and they was coming out to the events and everything. I think all my kids have been on set. Oh, besides from my oldest daughter. But all my kids have been on set. All of them have been on set. They've learned how to do slates. They learned everything. So me seeing them on set, it's a great feeling. Like my son, Mike Jr. He's did a couple of films that got distribution and stuff when he was younger. But now, he's a Air Force, married, kids, and but it was really awesome seeing them on set working. I'm like, man, look at my kids, man.
Yes.
It's a proud moment. It's a proud moment. So now, whether they stick with it afterwards, which nobody really has, I think my baby girl Sanaa, she'll still come on set with me periodically, but other than that, no, they ain't doing too much at this time. But yeah, at that time they were good.
Okay. Well, I was
Kenneth Sykes. One of the leads.
Hey, Kenneth. Hey, thank you for tuning in with us. I just want to encourage you to keep doing your thing. Jerrica, I know you're a mother as well. So to both of you guys, keep doing your thing because somebody's watching. Okay. Now, family, at this time, we're going to go ahead and jump into final thoughts.
Final thoughts, the moment's near. Time to reflect, let it all be clear. One last gem before we part. Final thoughts, straight from the heart.
All right. Now, Jerrica, Mike, at this point in our show, if you want to just drop a jewel, a nugget, a tip, or something for the family that's tuned in, feel free to do so. If you want to recap on something that was previously talked about, you can do that as well. But I'm going to pass the mic over to Jerrica.
Oh, I was gonna let Mike go first.
No, ladies first.
Okay, ladies first. Let me see. A good gem for you guys to remember. Whenever you guys get stuck or whenever you don't know what to do, go get you some formal training. It will help you. That's one. Two, pick up a skill. I don't care what it is. Just as long as it's interesting, just something to throw on your resume. Number three, I do birth chart readings, and particularly I do them for actors. And I will even do a transit reading on your set to let you know how your film gonna go. DM me. I got this.
There it is.
All right. You heard what she said.
I had to get one for the podcast.
Yes. Now,
I will come back for another one if y'all want me to do that live. I will.
Okay.
All right. And over to you, Mike.
Man, that was a good one, J. Roy. I would say this is for just everyone who wants to get into the business. I would say work on your craft. You can get monologues online, a million of them. Memorize it. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Read to yourself in the mirror. Change your directions in the mirror. Change your tone. Upbeat. Bring it down. That's okay. And then this is something that I had to learn as a actor. You have to be okay with being uncomfortable. Okay with being uncomfortable. Once you get uncomfortable and you understand being uncomfortable, everything else moves so much smoother. Everything else. So that's what I say. I say, you feel like you want to be an actor, do it. People go talk about you. They're going to be speed bumps. It doesn't matter. Do it. Keep going. I mean, this life is not promised. It's not promised.
Yes.
Every day, go hard.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
That's so good. That is so good, Mike. Thank you for sharing that. Cortez, what you got?
For me, I would say this right here. This gonna go back to our very first topic that we had from Indie Streets. I would say if you're gonna label yourself as an actor, inspired actor, or however you want to label yourself, you have to do the work. It's like Toya said earlier, it's not just pick up your script, learning your lines, and then walking on set. There's a whole process that you got to do. So before you say you're an actor, just make sure you are mentally ready to do the work that it requires to be an actor.
All right. That's facts all day. And Mia, what you got?
I'm going to when I asked them about what role would they not play. Whatever you have, like they say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And whether that's in acting or in life or in podcasting or whatever you do, have standards, have goals, have limitations, and just have integrity and stand for who you say you are.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
And what about you, Miss Toya? What's your
I'll just say real quick, something we had talked about a little bit earlier about extras and stuff, how you guys, Mike, Cortez, have pulled from, people sitting on the set and maybe replaced or add in, stronger roles. Don't be afraid to be an extra. That's where a lot of us have started from. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't just come from the couch to lead. You work your way up, you network and all of that good stuff. So be willing to be a background on somebody's project. Get in there and network and be reliable, dependable, and coachable and teachable. And you just never know where to lead you. Okay. So With that being said, family, we have came to a point in the show where we're going to jump into our announcements. Y'all want to hear these?
Okay.
All
First
right now.
up, okay. First up, we have Darius Mays. Shout out to my boy Darius Mays for never would have made it without you. You see your girl right there. Uh-huh. Now, the tickets are live. If y'all get y'all tickets, be sure to put my name on your ticket. We got a little contest going on. And your girl and I need you to tag me on your ticket. October the 18th, be in the building, 7 p.m. You see the information. Be there or meet me there.
Next up, a Secret Not in Love movie premiere is coming up real quick, y'all. October 4th, red carpet 5:30. The movie will start at 6:30. If you know anything about me, I starts on time. So make sure you get your ticket. I promise you are going to love this movie. If you've seen the stage play, erase the stage play out your mind because this movie takes that stage play up times 10. So make sure you in the building.
Okay. So, November the 15th, we have the I'm just saying in your face. We will have y'all in the building. Like, listen, you don't want to miss this. Y'all think that y'all having a good time watching us do this? Wait till y'all are able to interact with us in person, okay? November 15th, over half the tickets are already gone. Let's be clear. And we over a month out. So if you want to be in the building, either be there or hear about it because the show gonna go on and it's gonna be a time to be had. Okay. See y'all there.
All right. And Mike, Jerrica, this one is for y'all. Even though it's sold out, still let the people know it's coming.
There it go.
Am I supposed to say something? Or?
We gonna see y'all on Saturday, okay?
Saturday, September the 20th. It's going down. The Sharon Circle. I'm telling you, when you think you know what's going on, you don't.
Huh. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, shout.
There you go.
Do we have an ETA for when it's gonna be streaming?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You know when
Mia, repeat that.
Oh, I was asking, do you have an ETA for when it's going to be streaming? Since I can't get in the building, when can I watch it?
The ticket's been on sale for like over a month, so
I'm filming. Number one, I'm on set this weekend.
But it's well, we've already interacted with 2 different distribution companies who are very, very, very interested in the Sharon Circle. So we're gonna see what they do. I've just I think we have about 6 movies in distribution now, and I'm definitely going we're going a different route this time. So we're moving to bigger
different route
things. Yeah. So I would say if we get everything settled by next weekend, it could either come out before the end of the year. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying the exclusive date for when it's coming out.
Oh no, I'll let y'all know and everything. I think we are friends on Facebook, Mia, but I know Latoya and Cortez we are. So I'll definitely friend you, and then we can I'll definitely let y'all know when it's going to come out. So.
Okay.
Right. Well, family, y'all heard it right here, the Sharon Circle. Okay. For those of y'all who was timely and got y'all's ticket, y'all are in for a treat. You're going to be in the building this Saturday. Shout out to you, Mike G. Shout out to you, my girl, Jerrica. We're super proud of y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming in and letting us love on y'all and spending some time with us. We're super proud of what y'all have going on. The Sharon Circle. It will be coming soon, okay, family? Now, at this time, before we close out, Mike, Jerrica, we do this thing where we're going to announce ourselves, okay? So I'm going to say my name, Cortez, Mia, Jerrica, and Mike, in that order. You're going to just simply say your name, and then we're going to follow back up with, I mean. And then collectively, I'm just saying, okay? So, Mike, you a director. Jerrica, you've been in front of the camera too. So y'all know how to take direction, okay? This is one cut, okay?
One
All
take,
right.
Jake.
Now, family, thank y'all so much for tuning in on tonight. I'm your girl, Latoya B.
Yes, baby.
I am Corte.
Jerrica Roy.
Michael W. Green.
I mean.
I'm just
saying. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you this time next week. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you all. Catch us next time. Don't miss the call. I'm just saying, keeping it real, always true. See you next week. We'll be right here with you. I'm just saying.